Hi, I'm Sharon Waxler, owner and head trainer of At Your Service Dog Training, and I'm going to give you a few quick tips on alternate treat delivery methods. So usually we're in the habit of giving our dogs a treat by handing them a little piece of food. And that can work quite well in many situations, or sometimes we toss them the food when we're training at home or in a class by dropping it and saying, find it. And that can work well in some situations too. If you have a physical disability, a bad back, bad knees, arthritis, or you have a very short dog, or you're training a puppy, sometimes these methods don't work as well. And if you're training a service dog for public access, you probably don't want to drop treats on the floor when you're working in public. So also sometimes if you live where I do in Massachusetts in the winter, it's nice to be able to give them a treat without taking your gloves off and without your hands getting saliva and food on them. So a couple of great options are to use a food tube. This is one food tube that I really like. It is, you can buy it at any camping supply store or online. It's very inexpensive. You can fit half of a can of wet dog food in here. You can put in peanut butter, you can put in canned cheese, anything that is soft and very palatable for your dog. So in here I have some canned dog food. You have to use pate dog food if you're using canned dog food. And the nice thing about this Kismet is your dog can just get a little lick and then you take it away. So I'm gonna show from this angle too. So he's just gonna get a little lick and then it goes away. So this is great for walking in the winter and the cold with gloves on. And it does give you a little bit more reach too if you want to get lower to your dog. This is my favorite food tube for most dogs because you can put in so much food in it. And there's nothing about it that can be aversive to the dog. This is another tube that I really like. It's the Go Tube by Human Gear. If you're going to go this route, I recommend getting the largest size, which is 6 ounces, which is this one. And the nice thing about this is it has a top that you can just open and close really easily, and it has this little a handle sort of thing that you can, clip that onto your treat pouch. And this is good for most dogs, but there are some dogs who might not like this because when you squeeze it, it makes a little puff of air, and some dogs would be, so if you squeeze it, you see how it goes poof, like that. So some dogs are fine with that. So Kismet is fine with that. But some dogs would find that scary and unpleasant, and then it would be more of a punishment than a reward. Find it. So again, you just need to use a really smooth food in here, like a very smooth pate dog food, or you can mix it with a little water too if it's not smooth enough, or smooth peanut butter. And then one of the other options I wanted to show you is if you do have a physical disability and or you have a very short dog or a puppy and you want to get that treat down low to them so they're not jumping up to get the food, you can use a telescoping fly swatter. I think this one was like $2. The nice thing about the fly swatter is it has a large surface area, so you can really smear a lot of food on there. You don't have to reload as often, and because it's telescoping, you can adjust to any height of the dog. So I've got some spray cheese here, which is my dog's favorite treat. So I'm gonna just spray some cheese on here, and then I'm gonna just smear it on with my finger. He's gonna clean that up for me. And then, if I want to give my dog a treat without bending down, touch. I'm just going to move him into position, touch. Yes, I'm going to extend it. He's going to take a lick, and then I can just lift it back up. We take another step, let's go. He gets a lick, let's go, and a lick. So he's pretty tall, but this works even if I'm much taller than my dog. So you could just extend it lower. So I've worked with, I had a client who had a Yorkie, and she had disabilities that affected her gait as well as her hands, and this was the best method that we came up with for them. So I hope these tips are helpful, and happy training.